Did you ever get your Pinterest account suspended or hear horror stories about people losing their account without really knowing why? Do you know about the do's and don'ts on Pinterest that could get you into Pinterest jail without even knowing it? What would happen if your account would get shut down from one day to the next? But don't worry, I got you covered. In today's video, I'm sharing the 8 most important no-nos and no-goes on Pinterest. If you never want to get your Pinterest account shut down, then keep watching. Hi there, my name is Katie of whatskatieupto.com and I'm a Swiss blogger and YouTuber. I teach passionate online entrepreneurs like you how you can use Pinterest to grow your blog and business. And before we jump in, don't forget to hit that subscribe and notification button below so you don't miss any of my videos. I post a new video about Pinterest and blogging every Tuesday. Now I get it, there's a lot to think about when you're running your Pinterest account, and it's totally okay to try out different strategies to see what works and what doesn't. But what are strategies that go beyond just testing out strategies and dip into the deep waters of spam and Pinterest terms of use violations, and that could actually get your account shut down? Now, I've been there too. In a dark hour where you're feeling particularly down, buying Pinterest followers or using a bot automation might not sound too bad to you. It's not like you want to use shady strategies, but it just seems like the Pinterest algorithm has something against you personally. Now, believe me, I've been there too, but trust me, these strategies won't do you any good. Pinterest does take patience, but you'll see success, especially if you keep away from these 8 shady strategies I covered today. And before we jump in, make sure you grab yourself access to my free blogger resource library. It contains over 30 plus blogging and Pinterest related downloads you can access immediately once you grab your password. Grab your free Pinterest guides, checklists, cheat sheets, and so much more so that there's nothing in the way of your Pinterest success. Find the link to the free library in the description below. Okay, here are the 8 Pinterest no-nos and no-goes that could get you into Pinterest jail or even lead to your account getting shut down. Let's do this. Okay, let's not waste any time and jump straight into the 8 no-nos and no-goes that you should avoid at all costs so you don't get into trouble and get your account suspended or shut down altogether. So first of all, the first Pinterest don't you should avoid is to pin too much. Pinning too much on your account can get you flagged as being spammy. Yes, a couple of years back, you would actually pin hundreds of pins every single day. It's crazy, but it was a strategy that worked really well back then. But this does not work anymore, and Pinterest does not want you to pin that much anymore. Here's what the Pinterest community guideline says about it. Don't create or save content that is repetitive. So what I'm talking here specifically is pinning at an unnatural high volume. So for example, logging into Pinterest once a week and then pinning 100 pins in one session, but then not pin a single day for the next 7 or 14 days. Pinning overly repetitive content, so sharing the same pin over and over again. In fact, even repinning the same pin with the same pin image spread out over maybe 2 days is now considered spammy. Pinterest has said in a recent webinar that repinning the same image over and over again is not what they want. There is a natural time frame for duplication, so when we look at seasonal content, for example, so it's okay to save your Christmas pin again next year, but not 2 days after you pinned it first to exactly the same board. So either create new images for your existing blog post, or even better, create a new piece of content altogether with new pin images. Pinterest is all about fresh new images and fresh new pins in 2021. All right, the second no-no is stealing other people's successful pins. This is actually a property right violation and could lead to your account being shut down or banned. So what do I mean by stealing pins? It is the sad truth that some people go ahead onto Pinterest and download or screenshot your pin and then go ahead and upload it again, but now add their own URL as a link. This pin would not lead to my website, but to their website instead. This is usually done with pins that show up high in the search results on Pinterest and where you can expect that the pin image works really well and is effective. So the person stealing the pin is looking to hijack that traffic. Now, the Pinterest community guidelines describe this as redirecting existing pins to new destinations. Now, this is so sad and honestly very frustrating. It's not a healthy or sustainable way of growing your business, and it's very risky. So when you come across a stolen pin, you can file a copyright infringement claim with Pinterest at this website here. I will link everything that I'm talking about, so this page, but also the community guidelines in the description below, so you can check it out as well. Now, pin designs are protected through copyright, so it's against the law to steal them, not to mention it is unethical, right? So if you come across a pin like that of yours, here is the link to that page, so you again can claim that copyright and that pin will be removed from Pinterest. So again, your account could legitimately be shut down if you follow such a practice. Okay, so the third don't is to play the follow and unfollow game. So you may have heard that from other social media that it's an effective strategy to follow a bunch of people in a day and then wait a few days and then unfollow all of those people again who did not follow you back, right? This strategy is used to grow followers faster than just at the normal rate of the algorithm. The thing is, if you follow a bunch of people, there are always going to be people who follow you back. So I guess the strategy kind of works, but the thing is, it's against Pinterest spam policy. There are also bots and other services programmed by other companies that perform automated tasks like that for you. Now, again, Pinterest states clearly in their community guidelines, they say don't use automation that hasn't been explicitly approved by Pinterest. And let me just tell you, if you're creating amazing content, Pinterest will distribute your pins to new people who don't know you yet, and they will follow you if they love what they see. There is no need for you to play risky games like that are wasting your time and could hurt your account. If you want to know strategies how to safely grow your followers on Pinterest, check out my video on how I grew 15,000 Pinterest followers fast for more ideas. Just click the link here on top. Okay, no number 4 is to never use non-approved third-party services. Now, I touched on this in the last point, but let's dig in deeper. Now, a couple of years back, there was a very popular Pinterest scheduler called Board Booster. You could use it to automate your scheduling and boost your traffic. A lot of people use it. However, they were not approved by Pinterest. One day, they got shut down from one day to the next. Company had to go out of business, and all people using the software lost a bunch of traffic, and some account never recovered. Now, you know I love Tailwind. Tailwind is a Pinterest scheduler and an official Pinterest partner. The thing is, if a tool is safe to use with Pinterest, Pinterest will work with them to make your life easier. Pinterest wants you to succeed, so when a tool comes along that follows Pinterest best practices, they form a relationship that can be beneficial for everyone. And that's what's happening with Tailwind. Pinterest now often even communicates their algorithm updates through Tailwind. That's how close their partnership runs. So always make sure you always check that the tool or service that you use is approved by Pinterest and you're allowed to give them access to your account. You can check all official Pinterest partners on this website that I will also link in the description box below. Okay, so my 5th no-go is to spam other people with comments in their DMs or on Pinterest. Now, my DMs on Pinterest are literally filled with spam to a point where I don't even use the Pinterest comment function anymore. I never check it, and it's the worst. Pinterest knows this, and it's working against such behavior. In their community guidelines, they say don't send unsolicited messages or make irrelevant comments in bulk, especially when these are deceptive or commercial in nature. Now, I know it might seem like a good idea to send a bunch of messages to people telling them about your amazing business, and you could come from a place where you truly know you could help this person with your product or your service. The thing is though, this person did not invite you to tell them about your offer, and you're kind of taking up their time and their energy, even though you could come from a place of wanting to help them, right? Now, it's just a marketing strategy that doesn't work if you overdo this in bulk. And even if you're able to sell something, you're going to annoy a heck of a lot of people on the way. Get a really bad reputation reputation or even get your account shut down. So instead, what I would recommend is to let your content and pins speak for themselves. Learn what language and content attracts your ideal customer, and then let your content do the selling for you. Okay, no, number 6 is to never try to artificially manipulate distribution, clicks, or other metrics. Now, I know this sounds a bit complicated, but it's just Pinterest's way of summarizing a couple of things that they don't want you to do, which include buying or selling engagement, stuffing irrelevant keywords, generating inauthentic traffic, or using fake or compromised accounts to perform coordinated actions. Sure, you can always pay someone or some company to try to boost your account to get more traffic, engagement, likes, or even followers. But do you remember, I think it was 2 or 3 years back when I think it was Instagram who deleted a bunch of fake Instagram accounts. And suddenly people would lose hundreds, sometimes even thousands of fake followers. This is so embarrassing. And remember, these fake accounts don't bring you any traffic from Pinterest. They're just a vanity number. The best way to grow your traffic from Pinterest is through your content. Creating amazing blog posts, amazing products, and then using Pinterest SEO. So yes, keywords, but strategically to grow your account. I have a full video on how to do Pinterest keyword research in a way that Pinterest wants you to do it. So check out that video here on top if you want to learn more. Okay, no, number 7 is to not consider FTC guidelines for making money on Pinterest. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that I make money off and on Pinterest. It's amazing, but whenever you run a business, it's important that you treat it as such. So get to know your do's and don'ts when it comes to ads, sponsorships, and affiliate disclosures on Pinterest. When you, for example, use affiliate links on Pinterest, you need to first make sure you're allowed to use this specific link on Pinterest. And yes, this is different for every product and company, and you also need to disclose it, follow FTC guidelines. I will link to all of these articles in the description box below. Now, the same goes for ads and sponsored content. Make sure you're following the rules when you make money online, or you could end up having bigger problems than just getting your account shut down on Pinterest. Now, I've got a full video how to use affiliate marketing on Pinterest where I go deep down this rabbit hole. Plus, I also recommend you head through the Pinterest paid partnership guidelines and affiliate guidelines before you jump into making money on Pinterest. But I know you got this and you can do this. And finally, Pinterest don't number 8 is to use certain link shorteners. You know, I'm talking about bit.ly links and other similar services when it comes to your affiliate links or paid partnerships. It's important that people understand what they are clicking on and the nature of your content. You should never try to deceive a person into clicking your link with the goal of making money on Pinterest. Here's what Pinterest says about that. Don't attempt to evade our anti-spam system, for example, using shorteners, redirects, or intermediate websites to obscure a link's final destination. They also say be transparent about the commercial nature of your content and about your links and their behavior. Some shortener services are not currently supported on Pinterest. So some link shorteners may be okay to use on Pinterest, but I would always check first. Again, it's all about your amazing content on Pinterest. And amazing content can be a kick-ass product, service, or offer. If you want to promote your stuff on Pinterest, that's okay. If you approach it with the intention of, hey, my product and services is actually going to help people. It's not about tricking people to get to your spammy site. Okay, that was it. These were my 8 no-nos and no-goes you should avoid at all costs so your account never gets into trouble or shut down altogether. All right, these were the 8 most important no-nos and no-goes I want you to look out for when you're growing your account on Pinterest. Don't freak out if you've been doing one or the other, especially by mistake, and you weren't even aware of your spammy behavior. It's okay. Just make sure that from now on you follow Pinterest guidelines and best practices so you never get your account shut down. If you have any follow-up questions, leave a comment below and I will get back to you. Also, don't forget that this video is sponsored by my free resource library. You can grab your password to the library on my blog and get access to 30+ free downloads teaching you all about blogging and Pinterest. Grab your free Pinterest PDF guides, cheat sheets, checklists, and more on my blog. I've put the link to the free library in the description below. And before you leave, don't don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell below so you don't miss any of my videos. I post a new video about Pinterest and blogging every Tuesday. Now that's it from me for today, and I will see you next week. Tschüss!